So my name is Josh Davis, and today I would be presenting the Democratic Peace Research Note video presentation, which I wrote about in my previous paper. The Democratic Peace theory is a political science theory stating that if two countries are democracies, then the chance of them being allies is likely. First of all, I'd like to define both democracies and allies to make sure it is understood what the theory states. Allies is a person, group, or nation that is associated with another or others for some common cause or purpose. A democracy is a form of government in which the people have the voice on who is in power in their certain country. An example of a non-democratic country would be China, and an example of a democratic country would be the United States. Why countries would want to be allies? For issues such as trade, you have NAFTA, which is the North American Free Trade Agreement, which is between the countries of Canada, Mexico, and the United States, so they have open trade between their borders. For military help, such as NATO, which is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, to help countries with not as big of militaries as others in times of need, and financial help. An example of this would be the United States helping countries such as Belgium prior to their entrance before World War I. To test this theory, I pulled the results from the data pulled from the three-region sheet using the Freedom House map of democracy. The map breaks countries into three different groups: free, partly free, and not free. For my results, I put partly free in the category of not free. The results would have been much different if I put partly free into the free category. In the data set we received, there were 42 duos of countries in which I grouped into 4 different categories. The 4 categories are no allies and not both democracies, which had 20 of the 42 duos, allies and not both democracies, which had 15 of the 42 duos, and allies and both democracies, which had 6 of the 42 duos, and no allies and both democracies, which had 1 of the 42 duos. The p-value is 0.03842, which according to the chi-square calculator, since it is below 0.05, there is most likely a pattern between the results. Of the 7 duos that fell into the both democracies category, 6 were also allies, which proves that the democratic peace theory is correct.